The Moshai will be waiting for you at the vault.
While I'm here, maybe we can talk?
Of course. I owe you that. When I first escorted you through our city, I wasn't sure it was the right thing, but you proved I was wrong to doubt. No, more than that. You didn't have to save the captives from exaltation. I wonder if you realize what that meant to us.
We're in this together. The initiative wants to help.
I want to believe it. You're so different from the kid. What can I do for you?
I'm hoping you can get me on Ephra's good side.
If I knew how to do that, my job would be much simpler.
Sometimes it seems like you two don't get along at all. And other times...
He's a brilliant tactician and inspiring leader. We just disagree on what's best for our people. He believes secrecy and isolation keep us safe.
What do you believe?
We can't defeat the cat alone. And neither can your initiative.
I have a few questions about your culture.
I'm happy to answer them.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this isn't your only city, right?
Not at all. Vold and Havarl both have several large population centers. Aya has numerous residential areas similar to this.
Are these places open for visitors?
In time, perhaps.
I've noticed that you, Ephra, and Jal all speak with different accents.
When the Scourge first struck, there were many Angaran worlds. They were separated for centuries. We developed divergent cultures and dialects. Ephra was born on Vold, and Jal is from Havarl.
What about you?
The cat left my homeworld in ruins. Those who survived were forced to flee. We found a refuge on Aya. My family helped settle this world.
Aya seems important to the Angara.
Aya is paradise. This world is a gift. We created the Vassals so everyone could enjoy this place, if only for a short time.
The Vassal?
The time of change. Aya's resources are too limited for our entire population to live here. We each earn the privilege of spending a few years on Aya. When our time is up, we leave to make room for someone new. The cycle repeats throughout our lives.
Will you have to leave?
Someday. For now, Aya needs me.
Your people revere the Moshai. What did she do to earn that?
After the Scourge, our civilization was in ruins. Those who led the rebuilding were thinkers, experts, and inventors. The Moshai is the greatest scientific mind of our generation. She led us to a new age of technological innovation. When the Ket attacked, she studied their technology, learned their tactics.
You owe your survival to her.
We owe her everything, and we'll do anything to protect her.
So, what do you do for fun around here?
The Tavatan is a popular spot for recreational activity.
Right, but what do you do? Can't work all the time.
Productivity is the best form of relaxation.
It's also a great way to get stressed out.
You sound like my brothers. All 10 of them.
10?
And 8 sisters. They're not allowed to bother me at work.
What's it like being responsible for a whole planet?
I suspect it's like being the Pathfinder. Some days it's a burden. Most of the time, I know I'm where I should be.
How did you become governor? Do your people elect leaders by popular vote?
If by vote, you mean argue loudly until one candidate remains, then yes. I got here because I was willing to endure and fight for the obligations that come with my office.
Is there time in your busy schedule to meet someone special?
Everyone is special to me, in their own way.
Not what I meant.
Oh. No, that isn't a priority right now. Someday, maybe.
I sense tension between your government and the Resistance. Who's actually in charge?
Ephra likes giving orders, right until the actual work of running a city starts. The Resistance is good at protecting us from the Ket, but our people need more. I've learned to indulge Ephra's need for control, just often enough to maintain my own.
10 brothers and 8 sisters. You have a big family.
I've always thought of it as average. How many siblings do you have?
Just one. My sister, Sarah.
What happened to the others?
Our parents only had 2 children. Underachievers.
That sounds relaxing. When my family gets together, the noise is like standing next to our largest waterfall. My mother says I became governor, so people would have to listen to me.
Is she right?
Always.
Thanks for your time.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
Плодотворное общение. Много информации. Заметки со встречи совета. Тоже не буду читать, тут много. Если хотите, почитайте.
Heard you were coming. I prepared a data pad on our laws regarding war. Learn them.
Перевод Шелиша. О правилах ведения войны против кетов. Несмотря на то, что мы столкнулись с врагом, который пойдет ради уничтожения нашей цивилизации на что угодно, мы не должны поступаться базовыми нормами морали. Кетов надо остановить, но не любой ценой. Нельзя допустить, чтобы будущее, в котором последующие поколения смогут жить без страха перед геноцидом или рабством, было достигнуто путем геноцида и рабства. Так, мне здесь, по идее, с кем-то поговорить надо. Так, а что... Давайте карту используем. Консоль управления Эфры. Чувак, ну развернись, как с тобой поговорить-то.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
Too many kit, not enough resistance. I have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without resupply. They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a kit outpost, but I don't know.
Give your team a chance to pull it off.
We fought best when the odds are against us. Maybe you're right. This is the hardest part of my job. Thank you for the advice, Pathfinder.
Вот и Эфра.
I expect you to take good care of Jarl out there.
I will. I'm sure he'll return the favor.
Don't worry about him. You saved the Moshai. That earned his loyalty. Still wrapping my head around what you found at the Ket facility. That exultation.
The more we understand the Ket, the easier it'll be to hurt them.
The more I know, the more I want to hurt them. What do you need?
You've been fighting Ket a long time. Any advice?
Your war's different from ours.
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for it.
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ket aren't a conventional enemy.
Any idea where they came from? A homeworld somewhere?
Each of our colonies heard a different story. I doubt any were true. They came from far away. That's all we know.
Ever tried following a Ket ship to see where it goes?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy? Something we can exploit?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
They must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough.
The Ket aren't mindless monsters. They must care about something.
Slaves, resources, power. Same as any conqueror.
You didn't see the exaltation process. They treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
There's no official Angaran military? Just the resistance?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Ket mostly. The rest fell to internal strife. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized. Poorly supplied. Leaderless. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the resistance real.
How is the resistance organized?
Loosely, we operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds. If the Ket capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
How did you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a Ket slave camp. Last contact I had with any of them was 10 years ago.
They could still be alive.
Didn't figure you for an optimist.
What success have you had against the Ket?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. But that's just a number. Every time we destroy a facility, take out a warship, we give our people hope.
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not resistance?
Aya police. Purely ornamental. Gives us the appearance of civilization.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it? What do you think of your governor?
She governs Aya, not the resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her?
She holds her own. Not many do.
What's your story, Afra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening. Like a city planner meeting.
That's kind of what it's meant to be.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city. My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say. At first.
We're not invaders.
Of course.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
Эфра очень недоверчив. Ну и правильно, в принципе. Я бы на его месте тоже был бы недоверчив к каким-то чужакам.
Ryder, you are the subject of a detailed scan by an Angara standing nearby.
Maybe I should introduce myself.
Присоединяйтесь к нашей борьбе, вы воюете друг с другом, можем многому научиться. Письма для Нексуса. Внести правки и переслать, или внести или отправить на Nexus без правок. Давайте почитаем тогда уж. На Void вы доказали, что можете бороться с кетами, но сопротивленцев впечатлить не так-то просто. Будьте с нами, вместе мы перенесем войну на территорию врага. Мы заставим его испугаться, мы заставим его отчаяться, мы сломили кетов, а потом разделим плоды победы. Вы воюете друг с другом? Мы видели, как ваши собратья руководствуются ненавистью, алчностью, эгоизмом, как они нападают друг на друга, крадут у себя подобных. Почему вы продолжаете ранить самих себя? Наш народ неохотно верит вам, потому что мы не можем понять, зачем вы вредите себе. Даже кеты способны объединиться, если надо. Почему вы поступаете иначе? Мы можем многому научиться. Всю жизнь меня интересовал вопрос, существует ли иная жизнь во Вселенной. Ваш народ совсем не такой, каким мне представлялся. Это меня радует. Мне казалось, уже ничто в жизни не может меня удивить. Мои дочери и сыновья рисуют вас, задают мне массу вопросов. Они хотят все у вас знать. Надеюсь, вы чувствуете нечто сходное. Мы сможем очень многому научиться друг у друга. Я верю в наше будущее. Помощь обычно приходит тогда, когда ее ожидаешь меньше. Почему нормальные письма? Зачем правки вносить? Без правок. Кто-то меня здесь сканировал, типа. Давайте посмотрим, кто меня тут сканировал. Ты, что ли?
Hello there.
I'm working.
You scan Aya's first alien visitor without permission, then blow me off? Come on.
Curiosity doesn't imply a desire to interact.
Noted. What's your interest in me?
You're an alien on my homeworld. Why wouldn't I be interested?
You could have asked.
Fine. Will you submit to a full spectrum analysis of your biology?
You haven't even told me your name.
Danfra. Biological researcher. This is my home.
Are you looking for something specific?
We share many external similarities. I want to learn if that holds true internally.
I can't fault you for being curious. Scan away.
I didn't think you'd comply.
I'm full of surprises.
That you are. When we face extinction, family is our final comfort. Do you understand that?
I came to this galaxy with my family. I lost my father on the day I arrived.
But you still carry on his legacy. He knew that, in the end. Family is everything. Not only the one we have now, but the ones that follow us. What will your family look like in 5 generations? 10? How many of you will there be?
You're worried there'll be more of us than you.
I have 23 grandchildren. I want to know what their grandchildren will inherit. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
23 внука. Нет, по-моему, Ангара плодятся гораздо быстрее, чем люди. Так. Тут много писем. О, Драк здесь тусуется.
Helping the Moshai opened a lot of doors around here. Most Angara still keep their distance, though.
Imagine seeing a Krogan for the first time.
Maybe if I smile more, show my teeth.
Something tells me that won't help.
Чаны для питательной пасты. Тут, типа у них бар такой, я так понимаю. О, Левом тоже здесь тусуется.
Real change in tone after that care facility. Half the Angara are thankful, half are even more suspicious.
Let's try not to make it worse.
Don't worry about me. They're busy glaring at Cora for some reason.
На Кору глазеет. А где Кора? Ну, Кора клевая такая. Почему бы на нее не глазеть? Я бы и сам на нее поглазел лишний раз.
Welcome to the Taverton. Feel free to order a drink, or if you're hungry, we have nutrient paste. Not as exciting as fresh fruit, but you'll like it.
What's in that stuff?
In short, everything. Nearly all the food we grow goes straight into processing. We can feed an entire planet in a single harvest. Even ship some off-world.
If we used your system, we'd never have a food shortage.
If you want, I can send a few samples to your ship. Your people can study it.
The Nexus would love that.
Consider it done.
What does Taviton mean? My translator won't pick it up.
It depends on the context. If it's a person, it means an old friend. If it's a location, like this, it's more a place you could bring someone home to.
What if you need to meet your Taviton at the Taviton?
It's not so hard to understand. I'm sure your language has its quirks.
Don't get me started. I'd like a drink. That's all for now.
We'll come back anytime.
Как много их тут. Так, где же этот... О, кстати, здесь тоже выход есть. А, нет, здесь закрыто. Тут заблудиться нахрен можно. Так, письма для Нексуса. Я помню первую встречу с Маша, это было... Так, я не буду вслух читать, если вам интересно, вы прочитаете, я просто хочу... О, тема, убирайтесь обратно, это не ваша галактика, вам здесь не место, только дураки могут думать, что вы чем-то отличаетесь от кетов, я вижу, кто вы... Ну, то есть, не все рады. Внести правки или нет? Внесем правки. Так, здесь вроде недалеко. Станем едины. Не будем здесь справок вносить. Я думаю, нет нужды. Почему вы здесь? Что заставило ваш народ пересечь темный космос? Зачем вы прибыли сюда? Вы думаете, что мы поверим, будто вы мирные исследователи? Мне кажется, вы сбежали от чего-то ужасного. Думаю, оно может отправиться сюда вслед за вами. Тема вопросы. Держитесь подальше от Хаварла. Без справок. Так, ну что, я думаю, нам пора отправиться в хранилище на Аи. Сейчас мы сохранимся и отправимся.